So here we have this topic matter. So now we will discuss that what is matter, right? So matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So what is mass? It is the measure of the amount of matter in a body, right? So everything around us from the smallest object to the largest mountain is made up of matter, right? So book, chair, table, glass, pencil, air, etc. are all made up of matter, right? So matter is composed of tiny particles which are called atoms. So what are atoms? Atoms are the smallest unit of matter. So which are the building blocks of matter, right? So matter exists in three forms, namely solid, liquid and gas, right? So now we will understand the matter and its meaning, right? So everything in our world is made up of material which is named as matter by the scientist, right? So thus matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has mass, right? So matter can be perceived by our sense of sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste, etc. So aluminium, wood, bottle, rubber, water, oil, milk, air, steam, helium, etc. all are the examples of matter. So now we will understand the matter in a more better way through the help of activities. So activity first. So in this activity, we will understand that to show the matter occupies space, right? So now we will understand. So what are the materials required for this? A teacher's table. You can see this image, a teacher's table. Then the books or notebooks, it's your choice, right? So now what's the procedure which you have to follow during this activity? So first one is clean the top surface of an empty table. So here you can see the figure A, it is the empty table. You have to clean this surface, clean, right? Then you have to take one book from your school bag, right, and put it on the table. So now you have to take one book and you have to put like this on the table, right? Now then take another book or notebook and put it on the table on the side of the first book, and in this manner put more books and notebooks on the table. You can see this image, this is the reference of this this thing, like you can put more books and notebooks on the table, right? So what do you observe? So did you observe anything special here? Right. So let's understand the observation and conclusion. So you will observe the entire space on the table is covered by books. You can see here, this is the empty table and this entire space is covered by the books, right? So books or notebooks, right? So thus we conclude that the matter occupies the space. So now we will perform the second activity. So in this activity we will do to show that water occupies space. So what are the materials required for that? So three glass tumblers. This is one, this is two, and this is three, right? A table and water, right? So what is the procedure which we have to follow? So first one is take a clean dry glass tumbler and put it on the table, right? So now gently pour water into the tumbler, right? What do you observe? So the water level in the tumbler goes on rising as more and more water is poured into it, right? So you can see here, this is an empty tumbler. In a B image, a tumbler partially filled with water, and in C image, a tumbler completely filled with water, right? So what we will observe, that a limit may come when the tumbler is filled to its brim till here, right? Now if more water is poured into the tumbler, then it will overflow and spread on the table. So do you agree? Of course. So now we will observe the observations and conclusion. So you will observe the same results if you use milk or oil or kerosene instead of water. So this activities shows that water or milk or oil etc. occupies the space. So now we will perform the third activity. So in this activity we will understand that air, occupies the space, right? So what are the materials required for that? A rubber balloon, right? So what is the procedure? So take a deflated rubber balloon. So you can see here an empty deflated balloon, right? So using your mouth, blow air into the balloon. You can see in this image, right? So as you blow air, the size of the balloon increases. So what do you observe? So you will observe that air occupies space, and an air-filled balloon has much larger volume than a deflated empty balloon. So this activities also shows that air occupies the space. So I hope now you have understood each and everything. Thank you so much.